Hello again, good friends. Welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to squeeze in a video for the Cutting Compound series. It's been quite a while. We're going to be working with a product within the Wax Shop correction system, and this is Overhaul 1000. It's their most aggressive. I really didn't know much about the company or its products until I started searching for products to include into our Cutting Compound series. So we're going to work with this product today. I did order quite a few products, including waxes, quick detailers, the finishing polish, the medium cut, and then this 1000 overhaul. And I could tell you right away, when it comes to the detailers and the waxes, they're okay. They're average. When it comes to their finishing polishes and their medium cut, very good. We're going to find out today what the Overhaul 1000 does, so let's get out into the shop. We have a test panel ready. Let's get going. The Wax Shop Overhaul 1000 Heavy Cut Compound is 500 milliliters for $30. It's formulated to remove 1200 grit sand marks or higher. Instead of going into detail with their abrasives, it mentions their formulated advanced lubrication technology, which allows longer working time. As we spread a little bit of the product over the panel, we're able to see and we're able to feel the abrasives. That usually gives me a little bit of an indication that there may be some dusting ahead. We'll find out when we test it. We're going to keep the testing exactly the same, guys. That has been the constant throughout the Cutting Compound series. We're going to have 5 sections on the panel. We have a masked off. We're going to put different grit sand marks in each section, starting with 800 going all the way up to 2500 grit. Besides the heavy cut or the heavy hitter in their correction system, the Wax Shop has 2 others. The Wax Shop 2000 is the rebuild or the medium cut polishing compound. They also have Tune Up or the Wax Shop 3000. That is their fine cut polishing compound. The 3000, the fine cut, is my favorite. As usual, we're going to make one trip all the way down through all the sections. We're going to make a return trip. We're going to use the Flex XFE 80 3-inch polisher with just a standard orange foam cutting pad, 3 little pea-sized drops of the Wax Shop Overhaul 1000. We're going to have the speed setting on number 3, which is mid-speed. Pressure is going to be moderate with just a finger on top applying pressure. We're going to be testing for its cut. We're going to see how far it makes it through all of these sand marks. As we've seen in the other videos, a lot of them will make it down through the 1000 grit section and start to fail there. And a lot of them really don't get through the 800 grit section. They're not really formulated to take on the 800 grit section. There are some compounds out there that will do that, but we're not testing for those this round. Alright, that's going to do it. Give me a second to put the polisher down, grab the camera, and for those of you just starting out, just purchase the dual action or orbital or rotary polisher. When you're powering down the unit, let it keep contact with the panel until it stops rotating and oscillating. It's easier on both the pads and the polishers, guys. And as you can see here, we do indeed have some dusting, no big deal. And when removing the residue, it's quite inconsistent. I found when the pad and the polisher generate a lot of heat, it's a little bit harder to get off. And other times, it's quite easy to get off and comes off quickly. All right, let's see what progress the 1000 made on the panel here throughout all the sections. It blazed through the 2500, the 2000 grit, the 1500 grit. It's when it goes through the 1500 grit and enters the 1000 grit section, it's where it starts to fail. The abrasives fall a little bit short compared to the other top compounds in our cutting compound contest podium, and actually down in the honorable mentions section. All right, we're not done yet. We have part 2 of the testing. We're going to keep working on those last 2 sections. We're going to go back to the 800 grit and the 1000 grit section. We're going to add some product, and we're going to extend working time a little bit here. We're going to do 2 passes, crisscross pattern. We're going to apply a little bit more pressure. We're going to slow it down 1 to 2 inches per second, correction speed, and we're going to see how far we can get, how much more progress we can make on these last 2 sections. And it's a little bit interesting to see how some of these compounds work on that 800 grit section. Besides cut progress, what am I looking for? I'm looking for dusting. We're extending the working time here, so we're testing the lubrications that is mentioned in the information section of this product. And we're also going to see what the residue is like as the polisher and the pad heats up even more. Is it going to be user-friendly? Is the residue going to be easy to wipe off? All right, that's going to do it. We worked those 2 sections a little bit longer. Give me a second to put the polisher down. I want to grab you guys and bring you in close. You will notice, again, some more dusting. The lubrication in the this little section here this time around was a little bit better. I could feel there's still some moisture there. We could have made another pass or maybe 2. And the residue is actually easier to remove this time around. Like I said, not very consistent. That stuff is very minor, and it may not bother you guys, but it's the little idiosyncrasies like that that start to drive me crazy. For someone like myself who corrects paint all day, every day, I like something that's consistent. I like something that's user-friendly, that can get me through the day a little bit quicker and be more profitable. Something I want to quick share with you, at the end of the day, before I put the panels away, I do need to clean them up. I need to clean up the test area. So what I do is I'll grab the 15mm Max Shine and I'll put on a low-lint pre-washed lamb's wool pad, and I'll use the exact same product, and I will remove all the sand marks from the testing. And I like to do that and see how it works on the 800 grit section. A lot of them will remove that in just a crisscross pattern at the end of the day when I'm cleaning up. So I'm going to show you what this product did here using that method to clean up the panel. You really can work the product. It has a nice long cycle time. There is some decent lubrication there. You will have some dusting to blow out from the corners and in between the panels. They just need to go back to the drawing board when it comes to their cutting abrasives. Before we end the video, just real quick, I'm going to bring in the eyepiece solution. I'm going to show you there are no fillers whatsoever. It's what you see is what you get. for some final thoughts on the Wax Shop Overhaul 1000, as the price is very close to Sonax Cut Max, which is the top cutting compound in my shop for my situation. I'm going to have to pass because it really can't hold a candle to the way Sonax cuts, and that's kind of what I am comparing these compounds to when it comes to cutting. When it comes to their other products, they're finer abrasives. And by the way, guys, when it comes to abrasives, I've had no luck finding what type of abrasives they use in their compounds. But I will keep looking and I will fill you in. We will revisit their finer abrasives in their polishes and medium cut compounds in the future. And we'll take a look at some of their other products, which are okay. But to tell you the truth, I would absolutely pass on this product here, the cutting compound. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.